Jeremy, maybe if I could come to you first. I mean, could you kind of characterize the situation with predictions at the moment and maybe pick out what are these key kind of battlegrounds that we should be paying attention to?
Sure. So, look, I think it's fair to say that the legal landscape right now is a mess, which, depending on which side of the argument you're on, is either a really good thing or a bad thing. And so, look, there are two, primary battlegrounds. One is in federal court, and one is in, state court. The states that have and others that have challenged predictions in state court have seemed to, are having a good track record. And sort of there's a split in the federal courts. I mean, we can go into the details. I don't think people want to hear, the all the gory details of various litigation in different courts. But suffice it to say, it's a mess. And so until it's resolved, it's fair game, right? Except for those states that have said it's not fair game. So there's just uncertainty, and I don't know when we're going to have any kind of clarity. We can get into the politics, which overlays all of this, and we'll see what happens in the next couple of years.
Thanks. Yeah. We will talk a little bit about the politics of it all in a minute, I think. Bill, how are you viewing the predictions space at the moment? I mean, do you concur that it's sort of a chaotic environment, which, as Jeremy says, suits some people?
Depends on which side of the fence you sit on. Yes, there's some legal gray, but I think that it's pretty clear to me where this is going. The CFTC, which is the Commodities Futures Trading Commission, is full-born regulating this. The White House has signed off on the regs. I don't believe that states can make this illegal. I don't think they have the authority to do it. So the courts will sort out. But I would say three things, Joe. One, New Jersey just tried to pass a bill just this past Sunday. It got out of committee when I advised the legislature that they're playing a very dangerous game if they want to be successful, because they were trying to regulate it and tax it. So they amended the bill to pull the regulation out, but they kept the tax. And then the predictive markets companies, all of them collaboratively, and we know that certain companies like CME and Robinhood are different. They're more platforms and exchanges than, the Kalshis, Polymarkets, Crypto.com. But the bill is now held. And that's not a good look for state regulators across the country that are trying to manage this, number one. Number two, as long as the president of the United States is Donald Trump, even though I'm no fan and I'm not a Trumpian at all, I'm a Democrat, I would put my money on the White House for the next 2.5 years. If this does go to the Supreme Court, I'm pretty confident the way it's going to come out. I was just talking to several states, including Nevada, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania yesterday. They're thinking of maybe 2 to 3 years before it goes to the Supreme Court. Whatever the case, you have the Nevada state-based case, you have the New Jersey Third Circuit federal case. I think the states have a better chance with a state case. But, if you're going to make predictive markets gambling, then you might as well say that the SEC is gambling too. Stock trading. What's the difference? So when FanDuel and DraftKings bowed out of the AGA last fall and jumped into the predictive markets industry, as well as many others, I think that speaks volumes to what's happening. Now, some would say they want their cake and eat it too, but so what? Everybody does that commercially in the business world.